Let's bring in Jehan Perera now. He's the Executive Director at the National Peace Council of Sri Lanka, and he also joins us from the capital, Colombo. Really good to have you back with us, Jehan. Firstly, can I get your reaction to these fast-moving developments that we're seeing in Colombo right now?
Yes, the appointment of Prime Minister Wickremesinghe as the acting president has come as a surprise because we were expecting the new president to be someone who is different from the prime minister, because it's the president and prime minister who have been the main focus of the protesters' objections. They have been objecting to both the president and the prime minister, and now to find that the president has left the country and the prime minister, whom they were also objecting to, has become acting president, has been quite a surprise and too much for them to accept. And in addition, the acting president has also said that he has declared a curfew and a state of emergency in the entire country, which we think is an overreaction because these protests have been peaceful. I mean, not a single person has died. We commend the government also and the restraint of the government and the armed forces for this. But we expect a political resolution of this problem. And the political resolution, which was promised by the president 2 months ago, was a small interim all-party government, instead of which he appointed Prime Minister Wickremesinghe, who represents just one seat in Parliament, a Parliament of 225. He represents one seat only. He was appointed Prime Minister, and it was government as usual, government as before, which people were very disappointed with. And it also didn't solve the problems, because in the last 2 months since Prime Minister Wickremesinghe took over, prices have increased and lines for fuel have also increased. So there'll be no resolution of the problem. It's got worse, in fact, and that's why the protesters are continuing their agitation. And we know that occupying state buildings is not acceptable, but the government must come up with a political solution to this, not try and suppress it by declaring curfew and emergency throughout the country when there is no state of emergency throughout the country.
That's right. And the Prime Minister, now acting President Wickremesinghe, has told the military and other authorities to restore order by any means necessary. Are you worried that perhaps we could see the country descend into violence as it has in recent months?
Probably not. I mean, we are very disappointed that Prime Minister Wickremesinghe, who has been known to be a liberal man, we have always seen him as a liberal. And when he was Prime Minister in previous administrations, he has never been the president. When he was Prime Minister, he ruled with a light hand, so we trusted him. But now that he has become president and he is trying to deploy the military against the people, we are absolutely shocked. But we don't believe there will be such a crackdown by the military, because the military itself, the security forces, are aware that all the people are behind these protests. It's not just some young people, it's not just youth, it's not just poor people, it is every single sector of society that is behind this. The rich people, the poor people, people from the north and the east and the south, all are unified in saying that this government must go, that the mandate that they received 3 years ago has been nullified by the way they have governed since then.
Okay, Jehan Perera, we will have to leave it there, but really appreciate your analysis on this very fast-moving and complex situation. Thank you.